You guys ready? Woo! RRR! RRR!
After watching RRR, everybody thinks, how did Rajamouli make this masterpiece? But the real question is, why did it work? Every great film starts with a single question. Rajamouli's question was this: Alluri Sita Ramaraju and Kumram Bheem are heroes with different backgrounds, one common goal, fighting for their people. How do I make the audience feel that difference from the very first frame, not just understand it, but feel it? His answer was two words: fire and water. Ram is fire, hot, disciplined, moves forward, burns everything in his path. Bheem is water, cool, patient, flows around problems, soft until he is not. Rajamouli said it himself. Fire and water are opposing elements. One can destroy the other, but if they come together and create steam, the force generated can run the motor of the world. That is not a metaphor. That is the instruction manual for every single department on this film. Rajamouli's wife and costume designer Rama Rajamouli dressed Ram in warm earth tones, Bheem in cool blues and greens. Keeravani wrote Bheem's music on strings, flowing like water. Ram's music on brass, hard, forceful, like fire. Senthil Kumar lit Ram's scenes warmer, more orange, harder shadows. Bheem's scenes cooler, softer, like light near a river. One idea, every department, all saying the same thing without a single word of dialogue. When was the last time you watched a film where every department was that aligned? Think about it. And underneath all of this, there is one more layer, one that Western audiences could not see. But every Indian in that cinema felt it in their chest before the first scene even ended. Rajamouli mapped the entire film onto the Ramayana. Raju is Ram, righteous, bound by duty before everything else. Bheem is Hanuman, pure loyalty, a force of nature in service of something greater. But here is the tricky part. Malli is Sita. The main reason behind why these two heroes unite, the British residence is Lanka. Rajamouli confirmed it himself. Whether you know the epic or not, when you connect with the character, you flow with the emotion. Indian audiences walked in carrying 3,000 years of emotional memory. Their bodies already knew how to feel about Ram, about Hanuman, about Sita being taken. The mythology was loading the emotional response before the story even started. For everyone else, the fire-water system did the same job in a different language. Two entry points, the same feeling at the destination. Now let me show you the man who had to translate all of that into light, and what he said about his own work will stop you completely. When RRR was in pre-production, RE launched a brand new camera, the Alexa LF, large format sensor, more depth, more information in every single frame. Senthil tested it and said the definition created a whole new look. RRR was the first Indian film ever shot on this camera. One decision, and the film could play in IMAX, CinemaScope, 3D and Dolby Vision, all four formats, from one camera. Most big films use multiple cameras, 6 cameras, cover everything, move faster. Senthil used one, operated by himself. His reason, when you have 6 cameras, you light for all 6. Light comes from everywhere, flat, safe, but not beautiful. One camera, you light for one angle, one emotional truth, every frame designed like a painting. Now the problem he called the most challenging of his entire career. 2/3 of this film happens at night, not 1 or 2 sequences, 2/3. And for the pre-interval animal attack alone, 70 nights of shooting. How do you light 3,000 people at night and still make your eye find Ram and Bheem first every single time? Senthil built massive softbox rigs packed with Dino lights, hung on cranes at 120 feet. These rigs created white soft light across the entire set like moonlight, and within that, shaped focus light specifically on the two heroes. Your eye finds Ram and Bheem first, every time, without you knowing why. And that brings me to what Senthil said. He was asked, what do you consider success? His answer, if you notice the cinematography, it failed. The best shot in the world is the one that moves you without you ever knowing you were moved. Every moment in RRR where you felt something, you were feeling the result of someone deliberately hiding their own work so you could feel it more purely. That is not a technician, that is an artist. The exploding train, a physical miniature, 8 metal oil cars built to hold fire and explode naturally, made in Virginia, USA, shipped to Hyderabad in a container. Now here is something most people never think about. Water droplets and fire sparks are always the same size regardless of the model scale. If the train is small, the splashes look too large. Physics gives it away instantly. Senthil solved it with camera angles, lens choices and controlled frame speeds. He made the camera believe the miniature was real. 2,800 VFX shots, 18 studios, 7 months of post-production. Use darkness to hide what you cannot build. Show only what makes the audience believe. That one principle runs the entire film. VFX supervisor Srinivas Mohan said after release, many viewers cannot even spot the VFX, and that is satisfying. Because when VFX does not distract from the drama, it is a win. How do you put an invisible tiger on screen? How do 3,000 people react to an animal that does not exist? One person looks the wrong way, and the entire illusion collapses. Solution: radio-controlled cars, programmed to move at tiger speed, tiger height, through the crowd. 3,000 people reacted to a toy car. That is what gave you goosebumps. The CG tiger was placed exactly where the car had been. The reactions were real because the cause was physically present, just not a tiger. 18 studios building the rest, not magic, problem, solution, repeat, 2,800 times. Most songs in Indian films, director says we need a song, composer writes it, choreographer does the steps, they shoot it. Functional, forgettable. Naatu Naatu started with one question: what kind of song can do 4 things at once? Show Ram and Bheem are now truly brothers, humiliate the British using dance as the weapon, not violence, foreshadow the climax, and make every single person watching want to stand up and try it themselves. 4 functions, 1 song inside a 3-hour action film. Keeravani chose duffs, traditional Indian skin drums, not for nostalgia, because duffs do something to your heartbeat. He added mandolins, the 6/8 beat, the ancient signature of South Indian folk music. Then came lyricist Chandra Bose, one instruction from Rajamouli: celebrate their strength, but never insult the people around them. He wrote 90% of the song in half a day, the remaining 10% took 1 year. The most local imagery he knew became the hook that people in 80 countries could not stop singing. Rakshit worked 2 months straight, 110 moves for the hook step alone, every morning from 7 to 9 a.m. before the main shoot started. He, Rajamouli, and both actors rehearsed together. Every movement built against Senthil's camera frame. The camera and the dance were one thing, not 2 things happening at the same time. One of the first countries to open for filming was Ukraine. Mariinsky Palace, the official residence of the Ukrainian president, Kyiv, August 2021, 6 months before Russia invaded. And then Ukraine COVID restrictions made bringing Western dancers to India almost impossible. Rajamouli said the threat of war was already present while we were shooting. 150 dancers, 200 crew, 15 days, a presidential palace, 6 months from a war. First Indian song to win an Academy Award, first Asian song to win a Golden Globe. At a Los Angeles screening, Rajamouli expected mostly Indian fans. He said when Naatu Naatu came on, 10 men ran to the stage and started dancing. 90% of the audience were Americans. Think about the pre-interval animal attack. What do you remember first, the image or the music? Almost everyone says the music. Because Keeravani designed the score to arrive in your nervous system before the image reaches your eyes. By the time you see Ram on that burning chariot, your body is already feeling it. Ram's themes, brass, aggressive, like fire. That has already decided where it is going. Bheem's theme, strings, flowing, like water that will get there regardless. When both are on screen, both combine into something neither brass nor strings, something that did not exist before this film. Choosing centuries-old Indian folk instruments for the song that went on stage at the Academy Awards, that is not a stylistic decision, that is cultural confidence. So complete, it did not need to announce itself, it just won. That is the whole film, every department, every decision. You can stop here if you want, but there is one more thing, the one structural secret that explains every film you have ever loved and could not explain why. RRR is 187 minutes, and people came out saying it was not long enough. How does a 3-hour film feel short? Rajamouli's law, a clap-worthy moment every 10 to 15 minutes. Not every scene, every 10 to 15 minutes without exception. Something that makes the audience want to physically stand up. Ram's introduction, Bheem and the tiger, the bridge meeting, Naatu Naatu, the pre-interval explosion, Bheem's torture, the climax, every 10 to 15 minutes for 187 minutes straight. 13 peaks, not one wasted. The reason you never checked your phone, Rajamouli already knew exactly when you might, and he placed something extraordinary in that window every single time, not inspiration, engineering. Next time something in a film hits you in the chest and you cannot explain why, now you know. Somebody spent months on that exact frame, that exact note, that exact step, calculating the precise moment your attention might drift and placing something extraordinary there instead. You were never just watching, you were being held. The greatest filmmakers hold you so completely, so invisibly, you never once feel the grip. You just feel the feeling. That is what Rajamouli understands, that is what this film is. So that's it for now. See you in the next frame.